Good evening, Mustang Nation. Welcome to Thursday night's volleyball broadcast. We're glad you could join with us this evening. We got the West Fargo Sheyenne Mustangs hosting the Grand Forks Red River Roughriders. I'm Jackson Miller. Alongside joining me once again is Dan Wolf. First volleyball game of the year, Dan. Excited to be back with you up here in the gym this time.
Yeah.
We called our first sporting event. It was the football game last Friday. They got a W against Fargo Davies. And then tonight we got our first volleyball match. Obviously, Cheyenne's an exciting volleyball team to watch, and Red River's off to a good start this year, so tonight's going to be an interesting contest as Red River's coming off a victory, and Cheyenne's coming off a stunning loss against Fargo South.
Yeah, that really was surprising. You know, this is a team that in the East-West crossover out in Bismarck went 7-0 against everyone that they played, and then lost a tight match to the West Fargo Packers to open the EDC season, which West Fargo's always a solid squad, and we always talk about when you're playing your crosstown rivals, kind of you throw the records out. And they came back with a win against Davies, but then kind of dropped unexpectedly that match against South. And as we were talking a little bit before we came on, and I had a chance to visit with Coach Leah Knutson, Leah Newton before the game, talking to her about that. This is a team that is much different than last year. Yeah, they were the EDC champs. Yes, they were the state champs in the late night, midnight affair against Bismarck Century, but 8 players from that team, the leaders, the core of that team, the leaders that had been leaders for more than just a year, are gone. And so I think that's part of what Coach Newton said is they're still trying to find their legs at this point. They're looking for the players who are going to kind of have that voice and step up and have that leadership capability in the locker room and on the court. They had a ton of unforced errors against Fargo South. That's uncharacteristic of a team coached by Coach Newton. So she said they had a great practice yesterday, and she was kind of anxious to see how they were going to respond tonight. She did say the girls are buying in. They believe in each other. They know they have talent. But, until some of these younger players have been through an EDC season and kind of been in the spotlight, it's not just, it's going to happen, let's flip a switch and go. They're going to have to kind of figure some things out, and that's what we'll find tonight, is if they can hold their own against the tough Red River Roughrider team.
Well, yeah, going back to last year for Cheyenne, you're talking about a storybook team. They won the EDC regular season title, the EDC conference tournament, then they capped it off with the state championship victory over the Bismarck Century Patriots, a team that was their 12th straight appearance in the state championship. They've been to every state championship since 2011, so for Cheyenne to get that victory over Century was huge. And, they were 35-2 was their overall record. And 8 seniors, you were talking about that, like you had Reagan Bogenreef, you had Kaylee Wasdorp, you had girls like Chloe Brown, like they were just huge across the board, like just across the whole floor. They had solid size.
They had a size advantage against every team that they played, and that again, you don't just go out and replace players when you lose that many, and so again, no doubt that this team has a lot of talent, but we often say as coaches, potential's just kind of a dirty word for means you haven't proven anything yet, and so that's what they're going to look to try and start tonight. That prove that they belong in the top level of the EDC and that they're going to be able to make another deep run come conference and state tournament time.
We're going to direct our attention down to the PA for the introduction to the starting lineups in the national anthem.
Together, let us all help create an environment for high school competition that we
Well, Jackson, as you just listen to that starting lineup, the first thing that jumps out at you is how senior heavy this Red River squad is, and you know, really, I think they had a sophomore that's going to be starting, and for Cheyenne, starting 2 freshmen is something that, you know, last year would have been unheard of in such a senior-dominated lineup. And, you know, I think that's as much as anything why, you know, maybe the uneven start, kind of some, you're going to experience some highs and lows as a squad when you're bringing out inexperienced players and younger players and those sorts of things. So, as you pointed out, Red River with a 2-1 record here early going in the EDC season, and Cheyenne at 1-2. You know, it was a tough place to come into this gym and for opponents to play last year, but I would think this year teams probably feel a little bit better about their chances, knowing how many seniors Cheyenne graduated from last season's state championship team.
The amount of seniors that Red River has is 9.
Yeah.
9 seniors, so 1 more than Cheyenne had last year. And this year, Cheyenne only has 4.
So this will be interesting to see how this works out here. So,
excuse me, 3 actually.
3 seniors.
3 seniors. Yeah, that's Engel, Albrecht, and Detman.
Yeah, that's and as you mentioned early on in the pregame, you know, this is, it's not a small team by any stretch of the imagination, but not nearly the size of players that we had last year and saw regularly for Cheyenne.
And Bella Detman, one of the 3 seniors for the Mustangs, is going to kick things off for us tonight here in the first set. What a great save there. Great effort, but Red River's going to come up with the first point.
Good job at the net there by Lauren Swanson. Tapping that ball down, and Cheyenne able to recover from that.
Langley showing incredible effort, despite that point for the Roughriders. Mustangs trying to keep it alive. They do.
Good job. Good patience.
There you go. Deflected up at the front of the net. Cheyenne's known to have players that can do that frequently. To the outside. .2-0 start for Red River.
It's a good rally by West Fargo there by Cheyenne. It just, you know, probably I think one of the things we'll notice pretty quickly is, you know, they miss the big arms of people like Bogenreef and Wasdorp.
All-State.
You know, All-State. I think the size at the net and the blocking abilities of Cheyenne will be solid, but those outside hitters, that's where you make your money with those players, and probably going to be a little while till Cheyenne figures out who's going to step into those roles on a regular basis.
Well, and obviously going back to experience, Dan, you know, Engel and Albrecht are really the only 2 seniors out there that experienced significant playing time last year, so they pretty much are, those 2 have the most experience on the squad. But, you know, going 7-0 out in the Bismarck crossover proved that, you know, this team is capable of making it right. They got a lot of good younger players too. They got Kaloran, they got Metcalf who's trying to, you know, adjust.
I mean, yeah,
she's 6'3", so she will be an advantage.
You cannot coach height. Yeah. No matter how hard you try. You
got Saxlin, the freshman this year, who got some minutes as an 8th grader last year. You got Langloy. You know, the Maya Blado as well. She also saw playing time last year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this Cheyenne squad this year is junior. There's a lot of juniors and sophomores and even a few freshmen. So it
will take some time to kind of gel and form into the squad that Coach Newton is hoping for. That one was deemed on the line or in. Hard to see from our vantage point. Looked a little, might have been wide, but ruled otherwise. So a 5-2 lead for Red River here early in the first set.
To Albrecht, it's blocked for his. Blocked. Yeah, great block by Red River there.
Yeah.
Engel gets it over the net. To Saxland on the outside. Red River keeps it alive. And that just finds the corner.
Yeah. You know, and Jackson is watching the action here as we're in the early stages. I think too about of the servers that Sheyenne had last year. How many times did we see Brooke Johnson come in to finish off a match? You know, did an excellent job. Dodds.
You also had Terhark as well. At the
net. Yes. So yeah,
on the right
when
side.
you think about it, it's like, wow, that's a lot of players that aren't there, and so a lot of new names for Sheyenne, but they're staying in it, down 6-3 here early in set number 1 as Blado will come on, and I think that was also Marley Badeau in. She'll be serving.
You know, going back to those 2 losses to West Fargo and Fargo South as well for Sheyenne. Against West Fargo, they were up 2-1.
Yeah.
And that second set that they lost, they were also up in that set 23-21. That could have easily been a sweep for Sheyenne, but West Fargo is a gritty team.
A gritty team, and again, as young players, how do you finish off an opponent? That was something that team last year was never a problem. Great save.
That's probably one of the weaknesses that for Sheyenne that stood out to me so far early in the season here is closing out sets when they have the lead. And then Fargo South, they won the first set by 10, 25-15, and then they lost the next 3.
And the closer they get, the harder it is. Maybe trying a little too hard, going for a line or a shot that maybe you didn't have to, and that will come back to bite you. That's for sure.
And Red River off to another hot start here. It's 8-3. Sheyenne trying to dig themselves out of an early, deficit here.
Ooh,
another great kill.
Great job by Mackenzie Olson there, dropping the hammer on that one. And Coach Newton's going to say, let's talk about this a little bit and see if we can regroup.
Yeah, Red River off to a early 9-3 start for Red River, and they're coming in. This team can't take them lightly. They're 7-3 overall, 2-1 in the conference. They're in the middle of the pack right now.
And the team to beat right now, the team that everybody's chasing is Fargo North, and maybe they had some really good volleyball teams in the late 90s, early 2000s, but as they're a school that's gotten much smaller in terms of population, and that means maybe fewer athletes and fewer participants. They're enjoying a little resurgence up at North. The reigning state Class A boys basketball champions. They have a volleyball team that's playing very well. They have the number 1 team in the 2A division of football. So Fargo North enjoying a little resurgence up there.
Unforced error there. Cheyenne's going to get point number 4.
And sometimes that's all you need with a timeout, even if you don't have a lot to talk about, just disrupting the rhythm, the flow, the momentum that another team has. As Peyton Saxland, they serve there. And a quick 2-point comeback. Sheyenne cutting the lead to 4.
That's 3 in a row from the Mustangs, 9-6 now.
Great job by Langlis there, getting up and getting that down quickly before Red River had a chance to regroup and react.
Another block at the net. To Kaloran.
Oh.
Kind of got behind.
Yeah, got it behind her and didn't react and just bump that over and just keep it alive and try and extend the point. There.
Oh! The sophomore getting a nice kill there. Saw the floor a little bit as a freshman last season.
Langlis just great cross-court vision.
And she will serve after her kill.
Good defensive reaction by Saxland. Just more of self-preservation there, but almost keeps that in. As she's going to go out and angle back in.
Set to the middle.
Got that one, a little carry action going there. Good job. Good reaction by Blado up front. Look for the little tap there. Blocked, but she kept it alive, and another point for the Mustangs as they're hanging around here in set number 1.
Red River gets another kill. Lauren Swanson with the kill. Number 14, the 5'10 senior.
Mackenzie Olson serving for the Riders.
Wow, the Mustangs keep it up. How about Engel getting the first reaction there? River still comes up with the point, but great effort.
Great effort by Engel twice in that one. Great reaction time to keep that alive. And then diving for that one, unable to save it. A little miscommunication.
That's going to be an ace.
Yep.
And I was told by Izzy Albrecht that Sheyenne had 11 aces scored on them against Fargo South. So those are errors that you want to prevent.
You know, undoubtedly there was probably
There's also
a couple of those that were legit, but probably a lot of them were just like that one, a little miscommunication. Two Mustangs, each one thinking the other one was going to take it, and then unable to finish.
And I was also informed from Bella Detman that there was 14 mishit serves. You know, there was a lot of unforced errors that kind of gave South all those points.
Well, we've talked about this in so many sports, Jackson. The longer you let a team that maybe you don't think is as good as you hang around, or if you think they're not as talented, the longer they hang around, the more they believe that they have a chance to win, and then pretty soon they turn the tables on you, and suddenly you're facing the deficit. And that's what Coach Newton said. There was like 35 unforced errors in that match, and that's just
a lot of points.
That's something that can happen. It's fine to get beat. As a coach, you want your players to play well, and it's okay to lose to a better team. But when it's self-inflicted in that manner, those are things that drive coaches nuts. They say, we can't allow that to happen. If they beat us, they beat us. But let's make sure it's done because of their play, not because of mistakes that we're making.
You see that in a sport that stuff like that is huge in is basketball, especially longer you let the underdog hang around. It's all about belief.
And that again, with Coach Newton talking about looking for senior leaders, that's when a senior kind of looks everybody in the eye on the floor and says, okay, hey, we've got this, we're going to do this, this is what everyone needs to do, those sorts of things, and probably something that Sheyenne just missing a little bit right now with the young squad. Ooh, good ace there. That was good serve there. And this lead has jumped to 9, 17-8.
Red River has scored 8 of the last 10 match points. It was 9-6. A miss hit there by Albrecht.
Mistimed. Finally one long.
Yep.
See if Mustangs will put a little mini run of their own on here as Kaloran's going to be serving.
Great effort.
Good adjustment midair there by Saxland to keep that one alive and get it over the net.
And another point for the Roughriders.
You know, I think the other thing, Jackson, when we talk about young teams and those sorts of things, momentum and confidence for any team is so important. But a young team, I think confidence is so fragile, and it feels like you have it, and it feels like it's just been pulled out from underneath you. And so, you know, we're seeing plays that are uncharacteristic of a team that went 7-0 in the East-West crossover as Saxon gets a good kill there. But, you know, as you do that, as you're learning and kind of figuring out how to gel as a team, that confidence just seems to come and go. And for young teams, that's a hard thing to deal with and figure out, as that one's going to be long. Shaw and Byron in for Red River. Another one going to sail long.
Too strong with their hit. 21-10. This first set's getting a little out of hand here for the Mustangs. What a dig in the middle of the floor.
Good touch there
come up with
by Albrecht. Recognizing Red River a little bit out of position, taking advantage.
Saxon on the outside. Block is too strong.
Yeah, out of bounds.
So 2 in a row by the Mustangs, 21-12. And an ace there. Saxland. Another kill. That's 4 in a row from Sheyenne.
Little momentum, little confidence building here for the Mustangs.
It's, you know, a rally sport, it's a game of runs.
Still a 7-point lead for the Riders, but a few more points run off here by the Mustangs. Are they going to replay that point? Because of the band. The band started playing. Everyone's...
I was confused there for a second too. I was like, oh, what are they?
unfortunate because that was a point, would have been a point for the Mustangs. And right there we see Litzinger, the 5'10" outside hitter, dropping a bomb there on the Mustangs and ending their run. 3 points away from finishing out set number 1 here for the Riders. And Litzinger also going to have the serve for Red River. Try and serve this one out.
Blocked up front. Riders going to get another go at it. It's going to go to the Mustangs, 22-15. And an ace there by the freshman. Mustangs on a 6-1 run. Saxland with the great effort there. Engel gets it over. Lauren showing some authority on the outside. 22-17. There's a little life here now from Sheyenne. Oh, nice, smart play.
Got that second level of the Mustangs defense there, napping a little bit,
Yep,
not prepared for that.
Fake them out. That pass went accidentally over the net.
Yeah, perfect setup for the Riders.
So now
We're at set point here.
To Blado. Blado
goes ahead right up the middle. No one home for the Riders. 24-18, backs against the wall here for the Mustangs as Langless is going to take over serving duties.
$24-19.
Starts with one.
It's starting to look. It's looking respectable now.
Yep. Mustang team was down by
11
points in this set. Have cut it to 5.
Oh,
that's
Langless unfortunately hits it in the net on her serve, and the Roughriders take set 1, 25-19. We'll be back with set 2 shortly. We're going to go to our first commercial break of the inning. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Diana, and I work at Marvin. Working in manufacturing, not a lot of sitting, so it just makes your day go by faster. Belonging to Marvin makes me feel stable. 25 years. My kids were little when I started here in Grafton. Now I have a daughter that works here. She was one of the ones that pushed me to become the lead, pushed me to be the person that I am now. And I just see myself retiring here. If you're looking for an awesome place to work, come join me at Marvin.
Here, when your future lies ahead, we help set you on the right course. When your whole world is about to change, we help you prepare for your new life. When staying healthy means staying informed, we help you find answers. This is perseverance, understanding, connection. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
Set number 2 about to get underway here in a minute and 15 seconds. The Roughriders took set number 1, 25-19. The Mustangs trying to regroup and even things back up at 1 apiece. But the Riders, they got out to a great start, hot start. It was 9-3. The Mustangs got it down to 3, and then the Riders went on another run. They got the lead up to 11, 21-10 before the Mustangs made it a little bit more respectable.
Still saw a little bit of that inexperience, some unforced errors, some miscommunication by the Mustangs, and you're not going to alleviate that or fix all of those things with one practice or one talk in the huddle or anything like that. It's something that just kind of has to get worked out, but the good thing is it's a race to 3. So for Sheyenne, they have plenty of opportunities here with set number 2 starting in just a moment. So Jackson, in the world of volleyball, if you follow high school volleyball, especially in the state of North Dakota, probably the big news to come out this week was the approval, a unanimous approval by the North Dakota High School Activities Association of a move to a 3-class system that is going to begin in the fall of 2025. So it's not even next year, but the fall of 2025 that starts. It's going to closely mirror what's going on in basketball. And so I had a chance to visit with Coach Newton before the match and just kind of asked what her thoughts were on this. And, overall she thought it was probably going to be a good thing. I think she thought that with it going into effect for basketball this winter, that's going to probably answer a lot of questions, and probably volleyball maybe benefit from any kinks that need to be worked out through basketball. But I think one of the things that excited Coach Newton a little bit was, and we see this in basketball with so many teams prior to a 3-class system, there's so many teams in the East, and there's so many, you have to play all the teams. You end up with so many 2-point matches or 2-point games that, you're placing so much, and it might be on a, for whatever team. You think of like Devil's Lake, whether you're traveling to Devil's Lake on a Tuesday in the middle of January, or Devil's Lake has to travel to Fargo, and, 2 points in EDC standings are riding on that one game. And so she was kind of excited by the opportunities this will afford to open up the schedule a little bit. It should mean alleviating any more 2-point games or 2-point matches. And, quite possibly maybe it opens up some opportunities to play some teams from the West in the middle of a season.
Yep.
It doesn't just have to be that crossover. We talked about as Sheyenne goes up here 3-0 early in the second set. They went 7-0, but that's the first weekend of the season, and just as Coach Newton would have said, they were not exactly the same team at the end of last year that they were at the beginning. Every team would say that, and so you take a 7-0 victory or 7-0 record in the crossover a little bit with a grain of salt, where you say, yeah, that was great, but what did that really tell us?
Oh yeah, they also had that little tournament up at in Fargo,
at Davies.
Here in Fargo, yeah. That was one of the only other times that Sheyenne got to see some teams from the West, and
so this might open up, as we're seeing in football now, where you only ever saw West teams the first 2 games of the year because they were non-conference. Now we're seeing, like this weekend, it's 3rd game of the season, and Cheyenne's hosting Century this weekend. So you're going to see that a little more. So that was one part that intrigued Coach Newton as an opportunity that will hopefully present itself with the change to a 3-class system here in a couple of years.
Well, also you got to look at the school populations. Cheyenne obviously now the largest school in the state by the amount of students, over 1,500 students. It's it's a significant advantage in terms of the amount of athletes that you have compared to a school that maybe has only 800.
Absolutely, and if we're following what they're going to do for class or for basketball, that would mean Wahpeton, Valley City, Devils Lake would all be exiting the EDC and would move down a level as far as that goes. It would still retain all the other teams in the EDC, but you're right, for Valley City with maybe 300 kids, 9 through 12 in a high school, or 500 or whatever that number is, that pales in comparison to a school like Sheyenne or a school like Davies or, a Red River that are going to be, at least double the size, if not triple the size of a Valley City or a Wahpeton. So the Mustangs got it going here a little bit in set number 2, 6-2. They are up.
Yeah, if you look in football, the AA division from the East consists of only Sheyenne, West Fargo, Davies, and Shanley.
Yeah, and that seems odd with, 2 of the 3 biggest cities in the state, in Fargo and Grand Forks, and that you only have so few in that highest football division in North Dakota, being from the East. Of course, Bismarck is the largest school district in the state, with West Fargo right behind them, and Fargo being the 3rd largest school district in the state by student population. As that one gets in a little bit there. That one got in on, what was that? Abby Smith, I believe. Kind of got on her a little quickly, and so unable to handle that one. 6-4 now. Red River cutting into that Mustang lead. Good reaction there.
Lauren passes. Too many hits.
Along that net, it kept moving from one side to the other, but unfortunately for Red River, unable to get one to go over as Blado's going to come in, and Marley Bedeau. Again,
Bedeau had a nice rally in the last set, serving. Got the run started for the Mustangs. Lauren couldn't catch up to that. Another great kill.
a little bit out of the reach of Blado.
Red River ties it back up at 7. After a 6-2 start from the Mustangs, Red River storms back, and now they're on a 5-1 run. And this Red River team is showing some promise here against this Sheyenne squad.
Yep. So looking around the EDC in the state here with some matchups tonight, this Thursday in September. Fargo South is taking on Horace. That match is tied 1-1 right now. Davies is in Valley City. They're up 2-0. And other matchups, Watford City and Minot are playing tonight. Williston versus Turtle Mountain. Century and Mandan. Grand Forks Central is hosting Devils Lake. St. Mary's is hosting Jamestown, and Fargo North is going to be playing against Wahpeton at the North Gymnasium tonight. No scores on those at this point.
Current EDC leader, Fargo North Spartans. Undefeated. Saxland. Great pass. That's too strong. just
Good
paints
job.
the line.
Yeah, good job there by Coons.
The libero.
Coons is 6-foot blocker.
The libero, Hope Gaddy, serving for the Riders.
Oh,
Lawrence hits blocked.
that one was Haley Johnson, another 6-footer in the middle.
Red River's got some good
River,
size.
yeah, they are big. Probably thinking it's finally time that Cheyenne experience what everyone else had to experience in the past couple of years facing them.
Yep. And the Riders on a, 8-2 run.
Yep. You know, obviously, Jackson, this is our first broadcast of the year, and we haven't seen a ton of the other teams from the EDC, but already this gives me the feeling of, North might be the number one, and who knows, they may run away with things, but, in every sport, everyone has an idea, well, these are the teams to beat, right? These three are probably the ones that are going to state for sure, and it's between 2 or 3 others for that last spot.
Especially the teams that have gotten your number. Like, the teams that have gotten your number in the
that you
years.
just have trouble beating, and this might be one of those years that happens every so often in every sport where you look around and go, I can legitimately make a case for 5 different teams taking those last 3 spots to state, and you're really not sure how it's going to play out. Good block by Blado. That one just gets in underneath her hands.
12-9. And Boudreaux gets the point there. Or excuse me, that was actually number 2, Abby Smith.
Yep. And Detman now to serve, the lefty.
Despite going to net, the Riders keep it alive. Albrecht gets the point there for the Mustangs. 12-11, so the Mustangs get a few back now.
I think Cheyenne has to take that view that a lot of teams took against them last year is, just don't give up that big run, and that's kind of what happened in that first set. They were hanging around, and suddenly Red River went on that big run and kind of made Cheyenne feel like they were out of it. As long as you don't let Red River get away from you like that, you can keep this close and keep hanging around. Then if you can get that little mini run of your own, that can change things in a hurry. As it's all knotted up here at 12 in set number 2. Great effort there by Addie Kill, just unable to come up with that.
To the right side.
That was
That's
tipped.
deflected backwards, and Kaloran gets the kill there for the Mustangs. $13 apiece halfway through the second set.
That's
Two of our
wide. Yep. Mustangs showing a little grit this set.
Back and forth.
Good recovery.
Blocked up front.
Block.
Albrecht in the middle. The Riders keep it. Nice rally we got going here. Kaloran with the pass. And that's just knocked over. To Saxland. And Saxland gets the kill from the outside. And the Mustangs win the long rally.
That was easily probably the longest and the best rally from both squads. And you can see how excited the Mustang bench was for that one. Great job.
Newton was impressed too.
That's the type of rally that when you win those long points, that's a confidence builder right there. A floater from Kaloran. Cheyenne, Cheyenne much more active this set.
Right side kill there from Abby Smith.
Much better communication. People in the right spot. Such a difference maker. Maybe Cheyenne caught a little flat-footed to start, but they are fighting hard in this match as they're up or in this set as they're up 3.
Deflected up front. Albrecht. Oh no, actually that does go to the Mustangs. Initially I thought that was going to go to the Riders.
Yep.
It looked like Albrecht was under the net.
Yeah, I was wondering
turns
that.
Turns out she wasn't.
I think that might have been long had they let that one go, but it's going to work out for the Mustangs anyway.
18-13.
When things go right, things go right.
9-1 run now.
And there's going to be the timeout from Red River. Coach Olson says, hold it, we need to talk about things now.
Mustangs up 18-13. How about this? It was 12-9 Red River. You know, Mustangs had a 6-2 lead. Red River gets a run started, and then the Mustangs come back and respond.
Just much better energy all the way around for Cheyenne so far this set. We'll see if if Coach Olson can make a couple adjustments and then just kind of slow down the momentum that Cheyenne has going, because it seems to be everything seems to be going their way at this point. We'll remind you again that if you're a football fan or a Mustang fan, you're welcome to join us again tomorrow night as we'll be broadcasting the Mustangs hosting the Bismarck Century Patriots, the team that ended Cheyenne's season last year. And
a chance at a repeat.
In the playoffs, a chance to go back to a 4th consecutive Dakota Bowl and a chance to repeat as state champions. I guess I don't know if Coach Newton's going to look at that as a revenge game or just it's a game along the road that's, happening in September. There's a good kill there by, couldn't tell if that was Litzinger, I think. When in doubt, get the ball passed around to your studs, and Litzinger has a cannon for an arm.
To the right side. Great dig. To Saxland. Gets the kill.
Great job cross court finding the opening. Getting the ball back to the Mustangs as we're going to see
Langless comes in.
Abby Smith serving.
Great dig from Kaloran. Oh, Saxland tried to just kind of put that in the wrong spot.
Well, and I think it kind of handcuffed her a little bit. She didn't have much options in terms of returning that ball, and unfortunately just a little bit long and finished off by the Riders. Cheyenne still leads 19-15 as we go through set number 2.
Langless.
Into the net.
Miss hit.
Looked like they had a good opportunity there for Izzy Albrecht, but Red River was able to handle it. Langless just into the net there, so Red River continuing to serve, trying to dig into that Mustang lead as Saxon lowers the boom.
Great effort. Great effort.
That was a great effort by Detman to keep that alive, but just wide. 19-17.
We do apologize. We were having some scoreboard issues that our producers are trying to figure out. The current score right now is 19-17. The Mustangs in the lead still here in the second set.
That's going to go wide.
Blado and Bedeau coming in for the Mustangs.
That one's wide.
From Gaddy. 21-17.
Both have been really good serves.
And a block there.
Blado, I think, got that one.
22-17. Oh, how about that? Cheyenne keeps it alive, but it still comes up with the point. That was impressive. A lot of velocity on that hit. Lauren just couldn't get underneath that. But boy, the digs there that the Mustangs executed to keep that ball off the ground. Saxlin, right side kill. The freshman showing some impressive velocity as a hitter. Two points away from notching this thing up at one set apiece. 23-18, Mustangs in the lead.
Oh, good job.
Saxon keeps it alive, and Blado gets it over. Out of position.
Oh. Good job there by Red River.
And now these are the situations we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Mustangs up 23-20, trying to close it out.
Yeah, and Coach New's going to take advantage here of a timeout and maybe remind everyone what their jobs are and probably talking about not trying to do too much.
Yes.
You've put yourself in a really good situation by just playing and following the game plan. So this is one of those situations where we don't need to do anything different. If we play the way we've been playing, everything will take care of itself. So Cheyenne with that 23-20 lead, but the Riders will be serving coming out of the timeout.
Mustang fans, we want to remind you to check out our social media pages on Twitter, Facebook. Twitter is now known as X, as you corrected on me, Dan. Appreciate it. But check out our social media pages on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, now known as X. so you can get notifications on the upcoming streams, and then also subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell so you can get notifications on when we go live here on YouTube.
Oh, they got the set, got the play they wanted, just a little bit wide there by Kaloran. So 23-21 now. Gaddy still serving.
Oh, Red River almost kept it alive.
Great block there up front by Blado, I believe. Red River almost able to get it back over. So set point here for Sheyenne. As Addie Kill's going to come in, see if she can finish this off. And not at one set all.
Kaloran.
Good job by Kaloran adjusting to that.
To the middle, Blado finishes it off, and the Mustangs notch things up at one set apiece. They take set number 2, 25-21. Some authority on that kill.
Holy.
How about that?
Some aggression.
We're going to take a short commercial break, folks. Mustangs take set number 2, 25-21. We'll be right back for set number 3.
I chose a career in manufacturing because I wanted to come into work and not be at a desk all day. So with my role, I get to be out on the floor and working with other people, and then come back to my desk and try and solve some of the problems that they're facing.
When people look at a manufacturing plant, they mostly just see line work. But there's a lot more going on behind the scenes that allows you to explore different kinds of network interfaces or problem-solving situations. There's machines and computers and human interface devices that are constantly being innovated into a manufacturing workplace.
The best days at work are when you get to solve the problem, or when you finally get that aha moment and you know, okay, like this is gonna be it, like this is what we've been thinking about, this is what we've been hoping for.
Knowing that I'm a part of building something very unique and important, that just makes me very proud.
Here, when our path takes an unexpected turn, we keep moving forward. When life sends us a message, we listen. When you're determined to beat the odds, we help you plan for what's next. This is commitment, resourcefulness, determination. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
Set number 3 getting underway in 30 seconds. The Mustangs took set number 2, 25-21, finished off with Maya Blado getting the kill. And this thing is notched up at one set apiece.
Couple of score updates from around the EDC. Fargo Davies sweep Valley City 3-0. And South and Horace tied at one set apiece, just like this one is. So a challenge, Jackson, for any team. You get some momentum on your side. Can you keep that going? Can you get it? Can you get that momentum? Can you ride that wave a little bit longer? Undoubtedly, there's going to be a stretch that Red River is going to be able to come back and do some damage and run off some points. But Cheyenne going to hopefully be able to keep the momentum from set number 2 and extend that into set number 3.
And this, the winner of this set, it's going to be a huge advantage going into the 4th set in terms of momentum. Detman going to kick set number 3 off. And remember, gets the
cross court kill by Litzinger. And she's going to serve now for the Riders.
Outside kill from Smith.
Abby Smith, great answer by Cheyenne. Right away, get the serve back. Kaloran gonna serve for the Mustangs. Ooh. Sorry, was that Witzinger on that one again? Johnson to serve for the Riders.
Yeah, Litzinger, she's got some hard hits tonight.
Yeah, she does.
Tough for the Mustangs to catch up. Albrecht gets the kill.
Good job. Too hot to handle for the Riders blockers. And so here we're going at 2-2. This one just kind of seesawing back and forth between the two teams. No one able to get any kind of run going here.
That's blocked by both Albrecht and Langlis.
They're going wild over on the bench there for the Mustangs. As that's the first time either team able to rattle off 2 straight points in this set.
Into the ceiling. To Albrecht in the middle again. Oh, great dig by Gaddy. And the Mustangs are going to get the point.
Position, stuck a hand out trying to see if she could block it, but actually ended up deflecting it down to the floor. And so with Cheyenne up 4-3, Riders now serving. Wide by Saxland.
It's 5-3.
Are they going to say that was touched
by
the Riders? Yeah, okay.
4-4, yep, they corrected
4-4.
it, accidentally added one for the Mustangs.
So Emerson Bryan continuing to serve for the Riders, knotted up at 4 in set number 3. Pretty crucial set here. Both teams looking to get that 2-1 advantage.
Great hustle. Saxon gets it over. Tries to go for the corner, but
just out.
Just outside. And actually, the judges are
now they're going to confer on this.
They're gonna talk about this. The referee, one of the line judges.
Well, they're going to give the point to Red River.
Yep.
That's one thing I've never quite understood, Jackson. Only there was 2 lines officials out there, and that's a long way to look.
It's a hard job.
It's you know, I would think you would almost want one in each of the 4 corners, but I suppose then you're going to get some conflict over whose call it is. So
you get a little. So I was working so Brett asked me to help ref and coach the middle school camps and the the elementary aged league, or actually the league camp where they just play games, and ref, you kind of get a taste of what refing is like. With those kids, they don't always agree with you. The argument starts and all, and it just shows you though. Refing is a tough job. So
it really is, and I don't know of any ref who's trying to not call an honest game, and they call what they see, and unfortunately you can't always be in position to see everything. Undoubtedly every ref misses a call, but they're doing the best that they can in a very difficult situation.
And obviously, the real referees that we're talking about, they're obviously in a more hostile environment than
you get
than when I was. I was just, you just get a little bit of a taste,
right?
Working those camps, but working those camps was a blast. Those kids are fun, and I remember when I was that age not too long ago. Time flies, so playing in those league camps through the summer, you just play games. Those were exciting to look forward to. Wish I could go back.
Great job by Langless up the line there. Too hot for the Riders to handle. This one remains tight. 7-6 lead for the Riders. And Saxland now serving for the Mustangs. Chance to knot it up. And that is long. A little too much on that one for Mackenzie Olson. Eager to make sure she got some depth on that shot across the net, but a little too long. And there's speaking of, that's a little too long by Saxland on that serve.
8 to 7.
8 to 7.
Some more seesaw action between both of these squads.
But a much higher level than, say, set one. Both teams executing well, making not making foolish mistakes. This is good volleyball. Teams having to execute to be able to score and not taking advantage of unforced errors.
Seeing a lot of players diving on the floor for balls that are almost looks like they're going to touch the ground, but the players getting some nice digs out right now. Another great dig there. And the Mustangs get the point. That was huge. 8 to 8.
Coach Newton up. She likes that.
Yeah, great dig there by Abby Smith.
I think Addie Kill on to serve here for the Mustangs as it's still tied 8-8 here in set number 3. Tied 1 set apiece.
This goes to Cologne on the outside, gets the kill. The 5'10 junior giving the Mustangs a 1-point lead now. Too strong.
Litzinger on that one, yep, too strong. 10-8 now, Mustangs leading in set number 3. Trying to establish a little run. Gain a little momentum. Coach Newton still guiding her team from the sideline, giving some instruction. And that also going to go the way of the Mustangs.
Blocked. Wow.
Lido and Cologne both there.
The juniors getting at it there.
Mustang bench celebrating the points. Finally, the Riders make a stop there. But not until Cheyenne is able to take a 12-9 lead here in set number 3.
To the right side, Blado. Too strong to the left. Saxon hits that one in the net. 12-11.
Great effort there for Warren. That was going to be long. 13-11, yeah, substitutions. That Detman and Albrecht on for the Mustangs. Detman to serve.
Albrecht with the block. Riders keeping it alive. To the right side. Another rally building up here. And the Riders win that battle.
Good awareness by Mackenzie Olson, finding that soft spot in the Mustang formation. 13-12 now. Cheyenne leading. This one back and forth the entire set. I think 2 or 3 points has been the largest lead. No one really going on too big of a run or getting too far out in front.
That's going to be an ace. For Mackenzie Olson, who's serving. Ties it up 13-13 here in set number 3. Ooh, what a kill.
That was Litzinger again.
Definitely leading the Roughriders in kills tonight.
We're knotted up again at 14. As Kaloran's going to be serving. Paige Hyde enters for Red River as Olson's going to take a quick breather. Good serve by Kaloran.
What a dig, though.
Alex Stauson to serve for Red River.
Another kill with some authority.
Right up the line.
Litzinger again.
Yeah.
5'10" senior. One of the 9 seniors that the Roughriders have this year. 3 times the amount that the Mustangs do. Saxon blocked.
3-point lead, biggest lead of the set for Red River at 17-14, and Coach Newton has probably seen enough here. She doesn't want to let this one get away. Let Red River build too big of a lead, so she's going to take a timeout with the Mustangs down 3.
And, you know, as we talked at the beginning of the set, this set is huge. You know, going into the, you want to be going into the 4th set with the 2-1 lead, of course.
Fargo South up on Horace, 2-1. As that one is ongoing here in the EDC tonight.
And Davies with the sweep over Valley City. 25-18, 25-12, and 25-22.
Good reaction by Kaloran there. Kept alive by Langless.
Oh, just a little.
Just long.
Yeah.
That was close. You see how much each team wanted that point. Lots of action, lots of bodies flying around.
We've seen that all night.
Yeah.
17-15.
So 17-15 Riders up here in the crucial 3rd set.
Too strong.
That's going to be long. No, yeah, they're going to give that to Cheyenne.
Roughriders questioning some. Thought it was tipped.
Yeah, I think that was the question, but referees disagree. Chance to tie it up at 17 here in the 3rd set for Cheyenne. Great block. That's going to be 4 hits they're going to determine.
So Cheyenne notched up again, 17 apiece.
Little run here with Smith serving. That was a good block on the outside there as Litzinger had another chance for a kill. And here she comes again. Finds an opening, but dug out by Kaloran.
And Saxon gets it over.
And Litzinger's going to be long on that.
4-point swing here from the Mustangs.
Oh,
that's going to be an ace from Smith.
Great job.
5 straight from Cheyenne now.
Caddy could not handle that. Got in on her body just at a position where she was stuck between, do I bump that? Do I try and set it? How do I want to respond?
And Coach Olson going to take a timeout to get her squad settled down in this
Mustangs have run off 4 or 5 straight.
5 straight.
Leading 19-17 in the 3rd set.
This is gonna be a tight set down the stretch here.
So looking forward to tomorrow night, some of the matchups for football around the state in the 3A. The West Fargo Packers, 0-2 Packers. Not a lot of times you're going to say that. We'll take on the 0-2 Bismarck Legacy Sabres at West Fargo High School. Bismarck St. Mary's will host Williston, both winless. Undefeated Fargo Shanley is going to play undefeated Fargo South, but they're in different divisions.
Yep. Shanley's double A and South is single A.
3A and double A. Bismarck High is taking on Davies. That one at the Community Bowl out in Bismarck. Of course, Century 1-1 against Cheyenne 2-0. And then Mandan, who is 1-1 on the season, is going to be hosting the Minot Magicians.
Did they switch it back to 3A?
It is 3A, I think.
I thought it used to be 3A, double A, and then single A, and then they changed it to double A, Class A, and then B, and then 9-man.
Can't keep them straight unless you're paying attention. We'll see if we can get to the bottom of that. So 2017, Mustangs leading. Corin gets that one over, good depth.
Saxland with,
wow! Oh, good. That was Gaddy, a whirling dervish on the floor, kept it alive, and then spun around to get it one more time, but just really difficult to control at that point.
That put me on the edge of my seat there. I mean, that what seemed like was going to be a clean Saxland kill almost was returned. Another block for the Roughriders. So yes, it looks like it is 3A, double A,
A, and then 9-man.
Oh, so they
so
switched it back then. Because the last couple years it was double A, and then A, and then Class B, and then 9-man. Looks like, yeah, they switched it back to what it used to be for a lot of years. But boy, how about that? You know, West Fargo took a beating against Shanley last week. I think was the final score 57-10.
I believe that is correct.
Yeah,
that was
it was
a
50-6
at halftime. Great save by Detman. Dug out. Great block on Lessinger.
Saxland.
Yeah.
Tried to fake him out.
Well, and I think she mistimed her jump there and kind of got hung in the air and tried to get it over the net, was unable to. So deep into set 3 here, Mustangs leading Red River 21-19. As Byron continues to serve for Red River.
Cheyenne trying to close it out again. Langless.
Yes, there it is. And right on cue, Blado and Badeau. We've kind of seen this happen now each of the last 2 sets where Badeau is on to try and close out the set serving-wise, and you have Blado in there to be a blocker in the middle. Oh. That's one of those that you wish you had back. It's not something that, you know, you weren't going to get a kill off of that. You just needed to put some depth on that and let your defense kind of set themselves up. But Langless hits it into the net, and so Red River alive, down 22-20. Gaddy clips the tape on the top.
Saxland. Blocked up front, yes!
Great job as Langless and Blado at the net. 23-20. Set 2. I'm sorry, set 3. Trying to go up 2-1.
23-20.
Litzinger blocked by Blado and Langless again.
That's 2 in a row by both of them. 24-20, set point here. Mustangs trying to go up. Saxon looking to close it out this time around. Too strong, and the Mustangs take set number 3. They go up 2-1. This time it's 25-20. Great response after that first set. It seemed like it was all Grand Forks Red River.
Yeah,
It's Cheyenne the last couple.
Absolutely, and just the sense of energy and the activity and the focus that Cheyenne has played with in sets 2 and 3. Night and day difference compared to what it was during that first set, definitely.
For that first set, they came out very flat-footed.
Probably, not having seen that Fargo South match probably is what it felt very much like or looked like for fans. A lot of unforced errors, a lot of miscommunication, maybe not ready for the moment, but man, they've come back very well.
Well, it's kind of like, their loss against South flip-flopped. They took the first set and they lost the next 3, and now here tonight they lost the first set and they've taken the last 2.
The last 2, looking to close it out as we will head to set 4. We'll step away for a quick commercial break and be back with set number 4. Join us.
Yep, we'll be right back.
At Touchmark, we really take an input from both the community, our residents, and also our team members.
And there's something for everybody. It runs the gamut. You have the freedom to participate or not, as you choose.
I personally like to play bridge. I like their book club, all the concerts that they have, the music almost every day. We like everything that's here.
And you find it here.
Every day is a different day. It's really about developing programming that is meaningful and beneficial for everyone.
Here, when your future lies ahead, we help set you on the right course. When your whole world is about to change, we help you prepare for your new life. When staying healthy means staying informed, we help you find answers. This is perseverance, understanding, connection. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
Hi, I'm Micah and I work at Marvin. I've been in the military for 8 years. I was a preventive medicine technician in the U.S. Navy, and so that translated over to working at Marvin and how can safety help make Marvin a better company. The culture of working at Marvin is probably the best one I've worked with other than being in the military. Working together and caring about each other. You feel like you're part of the family at Marvin. Come work with me at Marvin. It's a great place to work.
Set number 4 about to get underway. The Mustangs looking to close this match out and get back in the winner's circle. They're up 2-1.
We'll see if Cheyenne's able to kind of channel a little bit of last year's squad. This was one of those particular areas, whether it was 2-0, 2-1, they put teams away. And that's going to be a real positive sign here for Coach Newton if this team is able to just kind of walk in and focus and do what they need to do.
Yeah, their state championship victory over Century is one of the only games that the Mustangs had that went to 5 sets the whole season. And boy, that was a heck of a game.
So we're about ready to go. It's going to be Mackenzie Olson for the Riders starting us off with the serve. Mustangs lead 2-1 in sets. Set number 4 underway. Wow.
Gaddy couldn't catch up to that again.
Great job by Abby Smith. That was with authority. Start. I think miss hit there by Haley Johnson, just unable to handle it. Going for the little touch shot over the net. And unable to put enough on that.
Albrecht puts it away. Gets set up perfectly. Goes right to her.
Good job by
Yeah, what a rally we
Sheyenne
got going.
defensively on this rally. Good block by Litzinger on the outside. That's going to get the Riders their first point as they're down 3-1 here to start set number 4. Haley Johnson on the serve. There's Litzinger again. Unable to be handled by Albrecht and Smith. And so Riders now down 3-2. Chance to tie on this serve. And I think they're going to call a carry there. So knotted up at 3. Abby Smith to serve for the Mustangs, up 4-3 here in set number 4. Mustangs leading 2 sets to 1. Good block, but out of bounds.
Remember, ties it up after being down 3-0.
Good job there by Saxon, just making the adjustment to get that one over. As not a perfect set. Great job by Langless there. Blocked out of bounds. Here comes Blado and Badeau. 5-4. Mustangs leading in set 4. Badeau to serve. That one is long.
Saxon on the right side. This time Langless on the outside.
Drops the hammer. The freshman.
Or sophomore.
Sophomore.
Did see the floor though, as previously stated, as a freshman last year.
They're in Peyton Saxland. Saxland as an 8th grader, now still only a freshman. Oh. Kaloran gives it a shot, but ball returned right past her. She's unable to adjust, and no one can get over to pick that one up, so it's tied 6-6 here in set number 4.
Serving error from Gaddy.
Down at Fargo South, crosstown, Horace has tied it up 2-2, so they're going to a 5th set in that one. Of course, South defeated Cheyenne in their last match.
Horace's volleyball program, though, is their program is showing.
They're on the rise, yeah.
They're on the rise.
All tied at 7 here.
Cross court set. Blado gets the kill.
Is the Albrecht in, as well as Detman?
Oh, just got over.
Got over, and Smith wasn't able to handle that one. This one kind of like set number 3, back and forth, back and forth. It stayed that way until Cheyenne was able to put a little breathing room between them and Red River, but right now tied 8-all. Smith,
oh, right back to her. It's kept alive.
They're going to call carry on that one, I think. Nope. 9-8 Cheyenne now.
Kaloran serving. Ooh, too strong. Kaloran keeps it alive. Oh, miscommunication.
Kill was backing up there, and it felt Saxon right behind her. It kind of overran the ball. Johnson to serve for Red River as we're knotted at 9, and they're going to look to build a little bit of a lead here.
Saxon kept alive. In the net.
In the net, yeah.
Great dig. Saxon with the hit.
Oh!
Gets the kill.
Good hang time there. Like she rose up and kind of froze for a second in midair. Still caught it at the peak. 10-10. With Abby Smith to serve. Ooh.
Into the net. Lauren passes to Dedman to Albrecht. Blocked. Langwis now. Saxlin.
They're going to call in the net on that one there. On Red River, so we're knotted again at 11.
Yeah.
Just back and forth, back and forth.
Red River trying to force a 5th set. Cheyenne looking to close it out here in 4. It's an ace!
It's an ace, yes.
An ace for Boudreaux. my goodness.
Great job by Lizzie Coons on that one.
6-foot sophomore.
Cross court. Finds the range. Stouse in for Witzinger, and Stouse is going to be serving. 12-12.
That miscommunication, clearly, I mean, that thing just dropped. No one even went for it. Mustangs will take it. Saxon serving, 13 apiece. Just got off the net. Red River keeps it in the air.
And paints the,
no, it's going to be out.
Wow, I thought they caught the corner with that one.
Oh no, the ref is ruling it for Red River.
Yeah, it looked like it caught the corner from my vantage point.
You're right. You're absolutely right, Dan. I totally agree. It did paint the corner.
So 14-13. Whoa. The ref turned away, and the Red River served anyway, so I'm not sure what is being checked on by Coach Olson here.
Gaddy serving.
All
Little
right.
barrel for the Roughriders tonight. Kaloran, how about that?
Back and forth we go, 14-all. Help me here, Jackson, but has either team won 2 points in a row in this match or in this set? I think it's gone back and forth.
Literally. There hasn't been a lead that's been bigger than 2. Great dig. Ooh. Blair just kind of mishit that off to the side.
Hyde to serve for Red River.
Kaloran again. Blocked.
Good reaction.
Here's the pass to Kaloran. Great dig from Gaddy. Oof.
So now 16-14, the Riders lead this one as Hyde continues to serve. Looking to see if they can get a little separation in this set. Down 2-1.
Deflected at the net. Gaddy hits it backwards. That's going to go to the Mustangs.
Yep. Oh,
an ace.
That one might have been long had they let that go. But Olson attempts to return it. gets a hand on it, and it ends up as an ace, and we're knotted again at 16. Attempt at a block there by Albrecht and Smith, but unsuccessful. Riders lead 17-16.
Yeah, I don't think we haven't seen a lead that's been greater than 2 points.
No, 2 points has been the largest
here in this set.
Olsen to serve.
Dedman sets to Kaloran. Saxon with the dig. Albrecht. Obviously that was going to be out. Hits the line judge in the foot. 17 apiece. We're tied again.
Good job there by Haley Johnson, right down Main Street, right up the middle. No one home for the Mustangs. 18-17 now, the Riders lead. Continues to be tight all throughout set number 4. Neither team able to create any separation, no more than 2 points either direction. Now to match that again. It's one of those dangerous spots, yeah, and I was just going to say, as a team, you do not want to let anyone get out too far ahead of you, and Coach Newton sensing that it was time to kind of regroup her team and make sure we had everyone together on the same page, calls timeout.
This is a crucial part of a set, whether you're down or up.
Yep.
You're coming down to the last, 5, 6 points, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points. It's crucial to go on a run.
Well, we're obviously only in set 4, Jackson, and this is either going to end up going to a 5th set or Cheyenne's going to win this match. But, in talking to Coach Newton before the game and kind of some of her concerns with the unforced errors against South and kind of the inexperience of her team, outside of set number 1, I got to believe she's pretty happy with how this team has performed tonight. They really dug deep. They've been much more active, much more on point.
A lot more energy.
A lot more energy in sets 2 and 3 and here in set 4. I doubt that Coach Newton's looking for moral victories, but she's got to feel better about this after she said they had one of their best practices of the year. Nice job there by Red River, catching the Mustangs preparing for a potential kill opportunity and just catches them napping a little bit there. And Litzinger. So easily the biggest, double the biggest lead that there's been this year, and Coach Newton's going to use that second time out here, down 21-17, as she feels it may be slipping away a little bit here, that we need to have something change for the Mustangs.
21-17.
Yeah. Red River still serving.
Mustangs were in the same position against West Fargo. They were up 2-1. Ended up losing, unfortunately.
Coach Dutton visiting with just a couple players. Kind of off to the side throughout the timeout, letting one of the assistants handle the big talk in the huddle. Johnson continues to serve. Nice job by Red River to keep that alive.
Yes! Albrecht finishes it off.
And that was one of the people she was talking to Albrecht and Detman in the timeout. Looking for those two seniors to step up when the lights were shining brightest. Just long. Boy, that was really close from where we were standing. Maybe not for a line judge, but that was close. So 22-18. And Byron, Emerson Byron, is going to try and serve this out for the Riders. Up 4. There's a good kill.
That was a great dig as well.
That's long.
Too strong.
Yep, so
Bedeau and Blado coming in.
Yep, Bedeau and Blado. So Bedeau going to be tasked with trying to turn the tide, maybe rattle off a few points here. Oh, Red River keeps the composure. Litzinger gets one to drop. Maybe the softest shot she's hit all night. Seeing her power. And Litzinger will be serving here with 2 points to go, up 23-19. Try and take this to a 5th set. That's long by a long way. Amped up a little bit there. So Cheyenne not out of this, but
they're going to need a few points here.
They need a few points here. Yeah, see if it's going to be possible.
Block,
good
yes!
Block. Blado and
down to 2.
That was Kaloran up front there. This is another good test of what a young team is going to be made of. Can you learn from what happened against West Fargo? Can you learn from what happened against Fargo South and find a way to dig deep in this one?
It's blocked again!
Blado right there.
23-22. Right back in it.
And we're going to have a timeout. There's the timeout from Coach Olson.
The same block 2 times in a row, and it's 23-22. The Mustangs, they can get another couple here. It's going to be huge.
So I imagine Coach Olson talking about, let's settle down. Remember, we're the ones leading here. Let's make sure we get the ball to, the people we want to. Probably Litzinger, any of these outside big hitters. If you're talking to Peyton Saxon, I think you're reminding her, look, we don't want an unforced situation here. We just got to get it over, make them beat us.
Oh,
long.
It's tied up.
And
23 apiece.
That's what you do. Keep the pressure on the team that's given up the last few points. We don't have to go for something big. We don't have to go for an ace. Just keep the ball in play and make them beat us. We're not going to beat ourselves.
23-20 is now, it's all tied up.
It's
tied out. Is up 1 after being down 23-20.
Set point and match point.
A turn of events.
Saxland comes from nowhere, the back row, and kind of everyone for Red River just flat-footed, not really sure how to react to that. And so a chance for Sheyenne to serve out the match. Again, you just put it in play and force Red River to beat you. Good position.
Yep.
That's all it has to be.
It is! Excuse my voice crack. Very exciting comeback there from the Mustangs. Sheyenne takes set number 4, 25-23, scoring the last 5 points, and they win the last 3 sets after dropping the first set. They're back in the winner's circle here tonight against the Roughriders.
Well, what an awesome job. Coming off of, a loss that stung particularly, hard for the Mustangs because of all the unforced errors, because of the way they beat themselves. That is just not a way as a coach that you want to see your team lose. And Coach Newton said they had the best practice of the year yesterday. How will they respond? First set, I thought, wow, I wasn't here for the Fargo South match, but I'm guessing it looked a lot like that. They came out a little slow, a little flat-footed, a little unsure, unsteady, but boy, the energy, the grit, the determination, sets 2, 3, 4, rattled them off. And we talked about Red River and their experience and the number of seniors they had. Undoubtedly, Coach Olson probably not very happy with being up, 23-19 and giving up those last 6 points in a row to the Mustangs. I'm going to guess that's an uncharacteristic performance down the stretch for Red River, but hey, Coach Newton's got to be excited. This team should be excited about the way they came back and the way they fought and the way that they finished this off tonight.
Yeah, Sheyenne gets their conference record back to even 2-2 at 500, and they improved to 9-2 overall in the season. Huge win.
It is, and as we talked about, Jackson, you want to win as much as you can, but losses at this point in the year, not the end of the world. Again, you're trying to peak at the right time, physically, mentally, sharpness of game, all of those sorts of things. But boy, when you feel like you're a better team than 35 unforced errors, those are the things you want to clean up. And Sheyenne did a great job tonight of doing just that.
And boy, Red River actually had a great performance tonight.
They did. Red River played well. Red River probably, for all 4 sets, played consistently well, better than Sheyenne, because Cheyenne struggled that first set. But Cheyenne just found a way to dig in, found a way to take these last 3 sets. They weren't blowouts by any stretch of the imagination, but they were tough when it mattered.
Exciting win from Cheyenne tonight. They take the last 6 points there, set number 4. They win 25-23.
And the last update we can give on games or matches around the EDC. West Fargo Horace wins 15-13 in set 5 to beat Fargo South 3-2 tonight.
And they trail 2-1.
They trailed 2-1. So flipping the script a little bit for the Bruins, or against the Bruins, I guess.
Yeah, a team that knocked off Cheyenne just a couple nights ago. 3-1 after they dropped the first set against them.
Well, Jackson, our first broadcast of the year, if this is any indication of how this is going to go the rest of the year, boy, it looked tonight like Cheyenne picked up where they left off last year. It's going to be exciting for us to see how this season progresses with this young team that's full of talent. We won't have a broadcast here for about a week and a half, as the Mustangs are going to be on the road here with
for volleyball.
But as always, we're going to we're going to broadcast, bring as many of the games to you as we possibly can. And as Jackson always likes to remind everyone to make sure that you check out all of our social media pages and check out YouTube and click the bell so you know when we're going to be going live, and you can catch up with all the action when the Mustangs are here at home.
Absolutely. So the Mustangs are going to get back in the winner's circle here tonight against the Red River Roughriders. Make sure to tune in for tomorrow night's football game. The Mustangs are taking on the Bismarck Century Patriots, the team that unfortunately ended the season for the Mustangs last year in an upset in the first round of the playoffs. So that's going to be a huge game tomorrow night, so make sure to tune in for that. Click the bell so you can get the notification on when we go live for that stream. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Mustangs up, Roughriders down. I'm Jackson Miller.
I'm Dan Wolf.
Mustang Media, we'll see you tomorrow.